Good day, everyone. My name is Bill Harshman, and I'll be hosting your session today. This webinar is presented by Training Location, your DiSC provider. We are an authorized distributor for Wiley Publishing, as well as a channel partner with the Ken Blanchard Companies. Thank you for your interest and for visiting our website. Our topic today is stressors and motivators of the C or conscientious style. You'll discover simple and effective ways to improve interactions with the C styles in your world. Now, this session is just one in a series discussing the stressors and motivators of the 4 DiSC styles, which, as you probably know, include dominant, influence, steady, and conscientious. Before we get started, let's review the cornerstone principles of DiSC. All DiSC styles are equally valuable. No single DiSC style is better than any other, and everyone is a unique blend of all 4 DiSC styles. In the interest of time, I won't repeat other foundational information from previous blogs. However, I always encourage others to refer to our website, traininglocation.com/blogs for more information. And a footnote, I have people ask, why do you use a lowercase I when talking about DiSC? That is simply a trademark of Wiley Publishing. It was a typo in original printed marketing material, and some at Wiley thought it could help differentiate it from DiSC products of other providers. And so it continues to uniquely identify the original DiSC to this day. Those of you who've joined us before know that I love to refer to our PACE and priority model as the essential tool to help diagnose, discuss, and understand DiSC styles. This may be redundant to those of you following our vlogs. However, it still provides a reinforcement if someone is seeing this vlog first from the collection at traininglocation.com. Now, the vertical axis represents PACE, and we see the descriptors at the top and bottom of the PACE spectrum. The horizontal axis represents priority, and we see those descriptors at the left and right of the priority spectrum. Now, just to note, some people use the term relationship oriented for this right side of the priority spectrum, where you see the word people oriented. For simplicity, I'll define PACE as either fast or deliberate, and priority as either task or people. As we look at this simple grid, we can start to make up the unique PACE and priority pairings into each of the quadrants as follows. Fast and task defines a D or dominant. Fast and people defines an I or influence. Deliberate and people defines an S or steady. And deliberate and task defines a C or conscientious, the topic of our presentation today. This model will help us to understand the stressors and motivators for the C style. To prepare us for today's learning, I want to review the C or conscientious style descriptors from a previous blog on our traininglocation.com website. As noted, the C style has a generally deliberate or careful pace, is one of the other descriptors, coupled with a task or questioning priority. Other descriptors of a C style might include analytical, reserved, precise, private, systematic. Now, the C style, and this is important for today's webinar, the C style tends to be about ensuring accuracy, maintaining stability, and challenging assumptions. Their motto, do it right. Let's take a look at what stresses and motivates the C style. To set up our learning today, Wiley research indicates the following core theme or needs of the C style. Cs have a single core instinctive theme of analysis. This tendency is driven by 3 needs. The first is a need for safety and security. That is to have things in their life be stable and to reduce unknowns. The second is a need to be beyond reproach. Inside, they're saying, my actions are so justifiable that I can't be criticized, or I don't want to be the one to blame or be responsible for a screw up. And I'll even spend time and energy avoiding that position. The third is a need to or for control. For example, Social interactions are tough because they're so unpredictable. So I'll pull inward and control what I say. As we consider the behavioral tendencies coupled with these core themes or needs, it'll help us better understand the stressors and motivators of the C style. So first, let's take a look at environmental factors which might conflict with the C style cores and needs. Let me preface this short list with that reminder from the last slide. The C style is focused on ensuring accuracy, maintaining stability, and challenging assumptions. Here's a list of environmental factors which may trigger stress for the C style: incompetence, disorganization, mistakes, intuitive decision making, lateness, breaking rules, spotty research, exaggerated enthusiasm, inaccuracy. And this is to say that if they're in an environment where these characteristics are around, you might naturally see some stress in that C style. Now let's take a look at environmental factors which might align with the C style tendencies and core needs. Again, I want to preface it with the same reminder. The C style's emphasis is on ensuring accuracy, maintaining stability, and challenging assumptions. Now, the C style likely prefers working in a predictable, steady, controlled environment. So here's a list of environmental factors which may provide motivation for the C: opportunity to use expertise, accuracy and logic, completeness, attention to detail, punctuality, dependability. As we begin to wrap up, what is there to learn from this session? Different people find different aspects of their respective environment somewhere on the spectrum between stress and motivation. I would ask that you review these to see which, if any, of the stressors and motivators mentioned today trigger a response from you, regardless of your DiSC style. However, I'd really like you to think of interactions and environments in which others are placed that might trigger their stressors and motivators. Whether you're a manager or non-manager, this insight can be very helpful to improve communication and understanding. Here's our model again to help remind you of where the C style fits into our grid. With what we've learned in this webinar, it might help provide more context about the environment of the C style and provide some understanding of how they respond to it. I encourage you to share this webinar with your personal and professional connections. And in fact, many of my customers and clients are using these mini webinars as learning aids and boosters to help grow the DiSC culture within their organization. In other webinars, we'll learn about stressors and motivators of the D, the I, and the S styles, respectively. I hope the information here helps address the challenges faced by your organization. Whether your organizational need includes employee engagement, conflict management, team building, or simply communication, DiSC is the research-based, proven leading training solution. DiSC has impacted more than 8 million learners in over 130,000 organizations and through 14 languages in over 70 countries. Couple of points. DiSC provides a quick, intuitive way to understand yourself and the needs and priorities of people around you. The other point, DiSC delivers immediate and lasting impact on the performance of people and the culture of organizations. As always, the key to effectiveness through DiSC is understanding your and other styles, then using that knowledge for improved interactions. Thank you for joining us today. Here's our contact information. Meanwhile, good luck with the DiSC. I hope this information has been educational, valuable, and helpful. I look forward to seeing you on future webinars. And if you'd like to discuss a complimentary live webinar introducing DiSC to your team or organization, use the email shown, info@traininglocation.com. And be sure to check out our other blogs at the web address shown, or simply go to our website, traininglocation.com, and click on blogs. Thank you and goodbye until next time.